Nacho from CHOCO-MANGO TV, and today's topic, as usual, Maalaala Mokaya. Did you know I'm watching this without any subtitles? And I really love it. I don't speak much Tagalog, but I'm enjoying these episodes to the max. So here we go. The latest episode that we're talking about is the episode of MMK called TV. So here we go. It is the story of a young woman played by Kathleen Hermosa who is very poor. She has something like 10 or 15 siblings, and her only dream is to ever have a TV. Means basically if she needs to watch TV, she can only do it with friends who hang around places where a nice neighbor is sharing his TV. That's the only thing. So her dream is to own a TV set for herself. When she goes to her nai to tell her that she really would like to buy a TV, then of course her nai is very galit. Basically, I can't understand Tagalog, but that much I can read. It's something like, do you think money is growing on trees? Something like that. So Kathleen is actually very broken-hearted because that is one of her major dreams. But there's also, she has a girlfriend who went from her provincial place to Manila, and she occasionally always visits her provincial place. And there, basically, she brings lots of gifts because she has a good job there. But it turns out her job is GRO. So that is actually after the fight with her nai, where she wanted the TV set. She just had the idea, okay nai, if I can't have a TV set, if we cannot afford it, then I will go live with my friend in Manila, and maybe I will earn money there. So that's basically what she's doing. And there's one scene in this MMK that is really touching. When she, in the middle of the night, she's packing her bags, she's leaving her pamilya, and you see these 15 siblings that she have sleeping there on the ground, and she takes one last look at the siblings. That is totally heartbreaking. I think my tears could almost come if I watched this very long. It is really heartbreaking. And then she's finally leaving. She's going to Manila, and there she lives in some kind of boarding house with her friend, the GRO worker. And there, first she's not doing much, only something cleaning the place. She's cleaning it up, and there she meets a babae called Tessie, played by Pie Picache. And that babae is actually very, very unfriendly to her. Always galit to her, always saying, what are you doing there? You do everything wrong, don't do this. Don't do it like that. What are you doing here? Why don't you leave? So she's really galit at her. And it almost looks like, wow, she has not really a place there. But of course, her friend is defending her against Tessie. Her friend tells her, no, she has all the right to stay here because I invited her. She can stay here all the time she wants. And after some while, something fascinating is happening. The thing that is happening is that some kind of friendship is developing between Kathleen and Cherry Pie's character, which is very fascinating because given the circumstances that at first they had really harsh beginnings. Okay, the next thing is basically that the owners or something like, the owners or something like this of the boarding house, for the GROs, they now want Kathleen to become a GRO, and it looks like it is more than just GRO. It looks like it is sex. Actually, Kathleen has no problem to do this because she still has on her mind maybe she can get the TV. Also, she has no idea how it will turn out. She's really that naive. So basically, when Tessie finds out that Kathleen is now trying to work now as an... She's enraged. She wants to protect her. She does not like her to become one. But that basically is enraging her fellow dorm mates so much that they are throwing Tessie out of the dorm house. So that Tessie cannot work anymore there as a GRO or as you like. She is now must go to the streets. Meanwhile, Kathleen already has her first experience in the sex trade, and it's not a pleasant one. It is definitely not pleasant for her to do that kind of work. So next scene that we see is basically something completely different. We see Tessie walking by her own on the streets of Maalaala, I presume. And she has a hard time. She's not really lucky. When she has a customer, then there are other problems and nothing is happening for her. And in that moment, when nothing goes right for her, suddenly Kathleen is appearing on the screen with her nai, which is making Tessie totally galit. Her nai, by the way, Tessie's nai is, by the way, played by Perla Bautista. And it looks like the reason why Tessie obviously left her nai is they had a very, something bad between them. What I cannot tell you because I don't speak Tagalog. But the fact is, they got problems, and Kathleen basically wants to mediate. She wants that Tessie and her nai are reconciliating. But obviously it's not working. Tessie is too proud and also too hurt by what happened between her and her nai. So basically she wants that her nai and Kathleen, they should leave. Basically she says, "Oh, Maieska." So much Tagalog I know what "Oh, Maieska" is. And basically then that's what they're doing. They're really leaving then, and then the scene is cutting to Tessie where she's really crying to the max. Good, next cut. Next cut basically is another day. Tessie goes on the street again, but she became totally hopeless. Her hopelessness is that she does not even realize where she's going. Suddenly she's walking in the middle of the highway, and what happens? A car is hitting her. She really must be brought to the hospital, and when the word got to Kathleen, and she instantly visits her in the hospital, and somehow they can finally reconciliate again. And what happens after that? That the two Babai, their friendship is growing more after that. And then basically both are departing back to their homes. Tessie goes back to her nai, and Kathleen goes back to her nai. And then in the next scenes, it is very good for her nai because that she's back, because one good thing happened out of her experience being in the sex trade. She was able to finally buy NTV for her familia. So this episode ends on that happy note. So basically, let me know if you like this episode. Please try to search for this episode on TFC or on I1. It is really worthwhile. It is really heartbreaking, touching. It has everything that a classic MMK episode needs. So I really hope that you can also subscribe to me, hit the notification bell, and maybe comment on how you like my vlogs. And of course I like to serve you with more MMK stories. So until the next time, bye bye, see you, bye bye.